Only ate chicken.
Come on. Yeah, so we gotta do something about that, bro.
I know.
Now, you know what? Every time we do this, now we gotta bring something irrationally different.
Oh, God. I am
That's
absolutely terrified.
That's what I did. I'm not going to say anything. Except I did kind of reveal to him a little bit what some of these are. But they're not totally foreign to, like, your... Like, this one you'll be fine with.
Yeah.
These two are just super awesome. You see the meat.
Yeah.
I just do this one for fun. And if you don't want it, I'll gladly take it home.
You gotta try it, though.
Well, all right.
It's obligatory now.
Yeah, so welcome to episode 28 of the Working Podcast. As you can see, this is not our normal setup. This one is the Mukbang edition. Those of you who don't know, Ronald, do you think you could do a better job of...
Nope.
Okay. So I think it originated in Korea, and I think over there it's more customary to have, like, I think it translates to eating show. And so really all they do is just sit around and eat, and they're just talking. So that's what this one is. It's not as formal at all. And I hit both of these guys up. So first of all, you see, you could tell I'm still learning how to do an intro. I'm your host, Yasser, and I'm here joined by my boy Ronald. Say what's up to the people. And my boy, Stay Fluffed Man, the guy.
That guy.
Yeah. You might have seen them on a previous episode. Actually, both of them have been on previous episodes. And I brought them because I am terrible with food. So by comparison, I know Ronald has a much more diverse palate as far as like where he's willing what he's willing to eat, and like, you know, and then, you know, my boy Carlos, he has culinary background. Mr. Stay Fluffed Man, I think he knows a thing or two about food. And so, I think we're just gonna dig in. But let's cover like the things that we have. So on this side we have what Ronald brought in.
I won't reveal what it is till you.
What you mean, yo? All right.
You're waiting. You're gonna say it now, right?
I'd like
the audience deserves to know.
I would like to no bias, because sometimes when you see different food, you don't realize that it's the same.
Yeah.
It's the same kind of food you've always been eating. Yeah. But it's in different forms. Yeah. But it's just from a different culture.
Yeah. For me, it's entirely like a mental game. I'm like.
Yeah, and I know for you, you see something and you're like, nah, I'm not touching that. I'd like for you to.
But I will say most of the stuff here looks and smells good, so that's a good start. I don't know. Do you guys know of a stinky food that actually tastes really good and you guys like it?
Anything with vinegar. I can't stand the smell of vinegar.
Oh, you don't like vinegar?
No, I don't like the smell of vinegar at all.
Okay.
But I'll eat it. But I'm a texture eater, so...
Oh, okay. Because, like, I don't know if any of your parents, like, growing up ever cooked codfish.
Oh, yeah, I love codfish.
That smells terrible.
Bacalao is just like...
It smells terrible. And just because of that, like, I'm never...
And then, mind you, they top it with onions.
Yeah.
I don't know how much that helps, but...
absolutely terrible. So Carlos' contribution is brought to you by... Well, actually, cut the check, Bonchon, because, like...
don't give them the man. It's
they see it.
I love how it says addicted yet.
Yeah. What's the background of this cuisine? Just for context.
I remember the last time I got Korean fried chicken. It was just like...
Oh, so it's Korean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I tried it. I was like, why is this shit so different?
Yeah.
Like, it's completely different from any fried chicken I've ever tasted.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, we just fry it differently, and they use different seasonings. I believe they use cornstarch.
Cornstarch,
for the vast majority of the breading and whatnot. But besides that, it is what it is.
We got our culinary analysis from your boy, Carlos. And so on this side, what's the background of this food?
So I'd like.
So I know you don't want to say what it is.
Say, this is what I grew up on: Filipino food.
Okay, Filipino food.
You'll find like the mom and pop stores along a certain street, and it's basically called toro toro, which is basically pick and choose or pick. And it's like just like cafeteria
like a hot pot
stuff.
kind of thing.
Not really hot pot. Hot pot is like the whole traditional Chinese where they bring out the pot and then soup, whatever. This one's just like. You walk into like any Spanish store and they got mad dishes on the side and you just say, oh, I want that. Yeah. It's the same thing except our food.
Now, I have a question.
Yeah.
If you go into a spot like this, the vast majority of the time they're not going to have a menu.
No, but
Like you kind of have to know what you want. So like me tasting these.
But you can
things.
ask.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know why I say that? Because I'm pretty sure the second primary language for Filipinos is English.
Okay.
So they like to do like Taglish, where you'll hear a Filipino word and then they'll say English. So even if you don't necessarily know the language, like I was telling when I was ordering, I felt like a transplant because I would never really say it.
Actually, we can start digging in.
But yeah.
Like you kind of have to like, describe what you wanted.
I understand Tagalog, but I just don't speak it because it's not my first language.
Now with this, did you remember like the vast majority of the names of the stuff, or did you have to kind of like describe it?
I know.
It's funny because we were talking about the pre-show.
I know the names.
Yeah.
I just blank out sometimes because it's not my first language.
You and me both. Like I remember the last time I went to where did I go? This Mexican restaurant.
Oh, what'd you order?
Fuck, what do they call them shits? They look like taquitos, but they're not.
Don't whisper.
You know we all. So that's your fork right there, isn't it?
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yeah, that's what's the thing.
Good looks.
Now here's a
flautas.
Oh, flautas!
Yeah.
I like flautas.
Okay.
Yo, next edition is Mexican edition.
Oh, wow.
I just made that up.
Wow.
Do you do the thing where like if it's foreign?
Is it spicy?
He said
a little bit.
Yeah, that and then half.
Oh,
half
you
spicy.
better mess me up.
Do you do the thing where you basically you see it in the menu and then you try to pronounce it like you or them?
You know what? No, I felt like that was always weird. If somebody would try to pronounce something, and then the waitress or waiter looks at you like, "The fuck did you just say?" And it's like I can't stand that for some reason.
Yeah.
I'd rather point and have them explain. Or
I definitely do it. If it's like a language I speak already, like
no, if it's Spanish, maybe.
But like try to pronounce their stuff. I'm like, I'm a butcher it anyway, so just like give me that. that thing right that looks good. Give me that.
What's it called so I can order it next time?
Yeah, word.
That's why I butcher it first and then try and get everything that they just said and just say it right the next time. Because you, like, the only way you'll learn language is to practice it. Like that whole like Duolingo thing. That's just games. I realized that's just games and like you don't really pronounce it. Although they do have like the diction part of it where you speak into it.
Oh, okay.
But you still have to like apply it.
Does it really recognize your voice though when it comes to like?
It does. I've done different languages, but again, like I can memorize it. I can take a test. That's not that hard.
So I just read what you know.
Yeah. I want y'all to hear that.
Let's see.
Y'all about to hear everything. So like part of the premise for like me doing a show like this is, as you guys know, some of my previous episodes are either like the longer, like group table type conversations with like 5+ people. And you were featured.
No, that one.
And you were featured on one of those one-on-ones. Another format that I was experimenting with. And so with this one, like, I'm not doing any editing. And the way I have the sound here, I want y'all to hear all the background sounds. Like, aside from the AC, I turned it off. I had it on blast. Like, I had goosebumps. Like, that's how cold I was. But I wanted it to be cold enough so that when I turn it off, we can all eat in peace and not, like...
have to speak over it.
Yeah. No, because, like, the other time, like... I had you roasting here like a hot dog on the grill.
I was being
interrogated.
Until he tries it.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually have Carlos like try that.
Oh, you want
I won't say anything till both of you have eaten something.
No, yeah, like so for context, I skipped breakfast, not on purpose, but usually I do like intermittent fasting and I don't eat until about 12 or so. But today specifically, I felt really hungry, but I didn't eat because I was like doing a bunch of other stuff. So what I'm gonna do is
this shit good as fuck.
I'm gonna start
really good, whatever that was.
Bang! I got one.
Whatever that was.
I got one.
I'm gonna start with things that I'm very comfortable with, and then work my way over to.
Fine with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna work my way over to
what I want.
The other stuff.
Side
Yeah.
Because sometimes,
although I think I know what that is.
yeah, I did that because I wanted that reaction where like You probably
none of your prejudices can like impact
you. Yeah, exactly. You might have like figured out that you actually like it. You're just intimidated by the looks of it.
Mm-hmm. I'm definitely intimidated by looks.
I know you don't like fish either.
No,
which is wild.
And it's crazy because my parents have explained to me that when I was little, I loved fish and I always ate it. But again, it's the appearance thing because like there was one time where like. You know, like if you eat like fried fish, you're not really seeing.
No, it's weird because
I can see him trying to guess and process.
Yo,
oh, you're still thinking about it?
Yo, I'm for real. It's like this flavor is really complex. I'm not gonna front. It's really complex, but
oh, you're trying to break it down?
Yeah.
I have a feeling I think I know what it is based on the looks of it, but
to make him feel more comfortable.
I know it's some kind of beef, right?
I was only concerned.
I think it's an organ.
I'm pretty sure you'll be down with all these.
Oh
I'm only concerned with this.
Yeah.
Pass me a dumpling.
Oh, gotta. Someone likes it.
What was I gonna say?
Oh, but like I was talking about the appearance of like food. Like when I was little.
Yeah, because this doesn't really look appealing.
No.
Yeah. There's a big difference between like, eating like salmon, like fried salmon or something, where you don't see anything, and like the other way my parents would prepare fish, where like. You actually see them picking out the eyeball and like eating it and doing all that stuff. And when I saw that, I was like, "Oh no, that's what you guys are eating." And they're like, "Yeah, when you eat the salmon, that's the same thing.
Exactly what it
that's
is.
the same thing you're eating." And I'm like, "Oh, I can't eat that." Like I just
can't eat it.
I just completely shut down. I was like, "Yo, that's crazy."
I'm done.
I had no idea. Yeah. No, like I had a pretty dark time where like I wasn't eating like any type of meat because I was actually really thinking about like and I know
all of it.
and I know like some vegetarians are like, oh, that's not dark, like but whatever. Like to me at the time it was like it was not good for my diet because like I wasn't somebody who was very into vegetables, and so now I just eliminated like basically all meat. Like I wouldn't eat chicken, I wouldn't eat beef, pork, none of that. And basically like as I got older, I slowly worked my way through that. Like started with chicken. Chicken became very easy to adapt to again, and then slowly worked my way into like beef. And I ate a little
chicken and beef out.
Yeah. I eat a little bit of pork, but I'm not like a super like pork guy.
You want to pass me that pasta?
Oh,
like
is it pasta?
like Carlos, your background is Puerto Rican, right? So. I don't know. I feel like this is a common thing, but in your household, did you guys eat like chuletas?
All the time.
Yeah. So,
All the time.
I wasn't a super like into that either, and like one of the things like my household, like my mom would make is like sancocho, which is like such a big like Dominican dish, and because of the ingredients that were in it, I was like, no, I'm not eating any of that. And yeah, I know I deprived myself from that for so many years. I'm recovering. I'm doing a lot better. I'm doing a lot better.
You want to hear something crazy?
What?
Only people who are like really, really close personal friends, like really, really close to me, understand that I don't eat anything that still has eyes on it.
Oh, okay.
Anything. I don't.
Oh, like, I did see you grimace when I mentioned like the eye on the fish. Yeah.
I won't eat lobster, crab. The lobster, I'll eat the tail.
Yeah, the tail, right? Yeah, that makes sense.
If the fish is brought to me whole, I won't eat it.
You eat shrimp?
With the head, no.
Okay. So you just be like, you just chop the head off, just throw it, and then...
It's so bad that people laugh at me when I tell them this, but it's so bad that I won't eat peeps.
You don't eat what?
Peeps.
Yeah!
Because I feel like they're looking at me.
That's funny.
Bro!
So serious, too. Like, that's
you know what's crazy? I was about to tell him, I'm like, yo, don't feel bad, because I'm like trash with food. Like, I'm like terrible. But then he said peeps. I was like, what the hell? This fake ass chicken. This marshmallow ass chicken. Like, exactly.
Sugar.
It doesn't even have a heart.
It's
like,
just looking at me, yo. I feel bad.
Yeah. So you don't eat gummy bears either, right? Because I don't think about everything that got her face. Like,
some of them are detailed too.
You don't eat chocolate rabbits either, right?
I haven't eaten chocolate rabbit in a minute. Yeah.
But you chopped his head off first, right? You got a little guillotine at home. You're like,
I wait for somebody else to eat it.
like yo, mom, can you bite the head off?
And I'll come back to it.
Yo, that's wild. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wow.
But I think the peeps is more of a symbolism though.
Yeah.
Because they come in a group and they all just looking at you.
They're like gang.
I don't know if it's intimidating or sad.
Yo, even PETA don't give a shit about peeps. Like, they're not animals.
Well, technically,
that was a good point,
there's gelatin
though.
in them.
How do you feel about gummy bears? Because they're like,
It's kind of awkward to me. I'm not gonna lie.
It's kind of hard to see the eyes on there, but they do have a head.
Exactly.
So they might potentially also have a brain, and you can't eat anything with a brain because
oh, you must get freaked out by the big ass ones.
Bro.
Word.
I saw one in Reddit and I was like, why is it looking at me like this? Walking away looking at it.
Yo. Oh, but that's interesting. I never.
Yeah, it's fairly
I'm
weird.
like the opposite. Or I've seen the opposite.
Oh, so you like everything with eyes on it. You add eyes. You
Yeah,
have like those
that's
sticky
why-
ones.
That's why I changed it, because I don't
You
like
take a chicken when you just put eyes on it, like, ooh, now it's good.
Because I've been accustomed to seeing people eat like the whole fish, even if it's cooked fried enough, and the bones are little, you can eat them.
I wouldn't personally.
I've just been accustomed to someone just telling me, yeah, it's calcium. I'm like, at first I was like, all right, your stomach's gonna get messed up, because then if one of them tears the lining of your stomach, you're screwed.
No way.
You're screwed. But then if you do it well enough, you're fine.
That's one thing I've always been scared of, and I've seen that happen to my parents multiple times, where like it'll either get like stuck in their throat and like you hear them coughing. And shit.
You know what they say to do?
What?
Just like take a handful of rice and just put that shit down. Because it follows it.
Just
So
force everything down your
It's supposed
esophagus.
to stick to each other.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, if you feel like you've eaten like bone or something, if you have rice,
if you have
something sticky,
if you have a rib
chase it down with
inside,
that.
yo.
You
Because some
got
of those
problems
are
if